Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning, Meghna, Sana, Reena. Yeah. So, all ready for your test? Reena?
Ma'am, it's on Wednesday.
There is no class
Oh,
Wednesday. Huh? Sana? What about you? Learned? Class test? No. Okay, good. Reena? We'll conduct the test the second period.
okay.
Yeah. So let's start. So the last class we discussed about chapter 5. Am I audible? Any problem?
No problem. You're audible.
So the last class we discussed about chapter 5. We just started what is food processing as well as what is food technology, food science, food manufacturing. Then we discussed about different methods that we use to preserve food, right? Then we also discussed about how this preservation start or how this emerged, the development of this food processing. Yeah? I'll just quickly revise all these points. So if you want, you can write. Okay. Listen. So first one, that is food processing. What is food processing? If we are changing the exact nature of a particular product into another form, it can be a finishable product or a semi-finishable product. So this is a process of transforming, or this is a technique that we use to transform raw ingredients into finished and semi-finished product. Okay. For an example, the breads, we use maida. That is a raw product, maida. Then we change that thing into another product, cake, ice creams and all. All these are processed foods. Clear, Reena? So we use different methods like chemical, biological, as well as different methods to convert this raw material or raw product into another form. So this process is called as food processing. Clear? Clear? So this is a process of converting a raw material into another form, which means in the form that we can easily eat, we can easily store, right? That is called as food processing. Then we discussed about food science. What is food science? Yeah? Food science. So here this is a study. So in this study we include different areas or different modes of study like chemistry, physics, agronomics, microbiology and all. We include a number of subjects here and we connect all these subjects with food as well as nutrients. Yeah. In the case of chemistry, we check the nutrients as well as the contents in food, RDA and all. What is ergonomics? The study of a soil as well as the crop production, that is called as agronomic. And next study, that is microbiology. So this microbiology study that help us to prevent the spoilage, because how this bacteria as well as all the microorganism work. That is a study of microbiology, right? In microbiology, they study about different microorganism, how they work, what is their characteristics, right? Yeah. So this microbiology also connected with our food. So all this study that comes under the food science. So here we discuss all the technical aspects of food, like from starting from the harvesting till the end of that processing or till it reaches the industry stage. We use all these sciences like chemistry, microbiology, agronomics and all. Clear? That is our second term. So we finish food processing as well as food science. What is food manufacturing? Meghna, are you okay?
Yes. The
Roll.
manufacturing of food.
Fine. Yeah, manufacturing of food. Try?
The manufacturing of food.
Yes. Food manufacturing means manufacturing of food, right? Can you give any one example? Both in a small scale as well as in large scale. The industries who produce a large number of food items, that's a part of food manufacturing, as well as we do a food processing or food manufacturing at our home, right? That is also comes under this food manufacturing area. Clear? Clear, Meghna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then we learned about food technology. What's this? Food technology. So this is a science and application of scientific as well as socio-economic knowledge. Yes, socio-economic knowledge and legal rules for production. So here in this food technology, it gives an in-depth knowledge regarding the science, technology, and how we store, how we preserve, how we distribute. So this technology that gives you in-depth knowledge regarding all these minute things, clear, or minute concept. Is that clear? This is the next term, food technology. So food processing and technology. So both this food processing and technology, why we use these food processing as well as food technology? The main aim is to prevent or to avoid the food spoilage or to improve the shelf life. Clear? That is the main reason why we use all these kind of food processing methods, food technologies, food science and all. Because we all know the value of food, right? So we need to protect, not protect, we need to give a respect to food, right? To prevent the spoilage, to prevent the wastage and all. Yeah. So that is the main aim of why we use these preservation methods. Clear? There are other importance or other significance for this food processing. Anyone? Anyone can try. Like it can save time, energy, yeah? It can produce a number of variety foods, anything else. Sana? Any other importance of food processing? It improves the shelf life. It prevents food wastage or food spoilage. Then it saves time. You can produce a variety of dishes from a single product. Then anything else. An important point. Yes, Sana, I can't hear you.
Ensures food safety.
It ensures food safety because the shelf life is increased, so we can easily ensure the food security. Yeah, very good. Then anything else, Reina?
Serving nutrition quality.
Repeat.
Preserving preserving nutrition qualities.
Yeah, that's also good. That's a good point. We can easily improve the nutrients or food fortification. That is an exact term. Food fortification, which means that extra nutrients are included to our diet. Yeah, that's a part. Then we can easily enjoy the seasonal foods, right? Throughout the year, we can enjoy all the seasonal fruits, or during the time of off season also we can enjoy. That's another importance of food processing. Can anyone summarize the food processing importance or significance? Yeah. At least give me a 5 significance or 5 points. Yes. Anyone?
Prevents food spoilage.
Yes.
Then allow fortification of some food. Then you have increased shelf life,
Yeah.
and it ensures wide range of choices,
Mm-hmm.
and it save time.
Very good. Very good, Meghna. So that's all about the importance. Yeah. Then we discussed about the history behind this food processing and technology, right? How this and when and how this thing is emerged or introduced in market. Yeah. There are two eminent persons here. One is Nicholas and other is Louis Pasteur. Both of them introduced some new concept to the market. Yeah. Canned food. Nicholas, he introduced a canned food method to the market. Canned food. Earlier time, they just used the glass bottles, but now we use plastic bottles and all, right? But earlier time, they just use these glass bottles to store food. So how they store food in that can? They just remove all the air from the food. So the germs will not grow easily in that without air. So that is another preservation method, canning. So this is the first innovation in the field of food processing. Clear? So Nicholas, he introduced the canned food. Uh, that is the first concept in food processing and technology. Yeah. Then during the time of 18s and all, the Louis Pasteur, he developed another method, that is pasteurization. Yeah. This is another important innovation in the field of food processing because it prevents all the microbiological growth or microorganism growth in food. They destroy the bacteria. For an example, if we take milk, we know there are certain bacteria in milk, right? So during this heat process, these bacteria will die. That will leads to, or that leads a good shelf life of that product. So this pasteurization means it's a heat treatment process usually used to kill the microorganisms. Yeah, that is pasteurization. It is a method that is introduced by the scientist Louis Pasteur. Clear? Yes, Sana? Feel sleepy? Early morning? Yeah? No. Okay. Then anything else to add to this history? Anyone? We learned about canned food as well as a new method. This method that gives a microbiological safety. Yeah. Anything to add? Who used this food first? Or earlier times during that, I will give a clue. During the time of World War and all,
Military.
yeah, military, the soldiers, they use this food processing. That's a part that comes under this development. Then the working women use this to save their time, energy, because this is very easy to cook, right? All these are the points that comes under the history part that we already covered in the last class. Any doubts? Yeah? Yes. Then we learned about food spoilage. That's another topic, right? We need to prevent food spoilage. So, how this happen? You all look so dull today. What happened? Fine, no problem. Not every day is same for every person, right? Yeah.
Reasons for food spoilage.
There are certain causes for the food spoilage.
Mechanical damage.
Very good. Mechanical damage, some microorganisms, as well as certain enzymes already in food, then
Insects.
the insects. Yeah. All these are the common factors that leads to this food spoilage. Yeah. So what about this microorganisms? Common microorganisms in food. Yeah.
Yeast, fungi.
Yeah. Bacteria, fungus, yeast, molds. All these are the certain microorganisms that usually found in food. Yeah. Due to these microorganisms, the food spoilage occur. Clear? So this molds and yeast that comes under the fungus family or fungi family. Clear? And the bacteria. What about bacteria? Where they prefer to grow? They usually prefer to grow in a protein-rich foods. For example, animal foods like meat, fish and all. That's about bacteria. And just imagine this bacteria. They easily grow in food. They easily multiply. That will again leads to early spoilage of food. Clear? Then in the case of jams as well as in pickle, what do you observe? After 1 year, you open a bottle of pickle. What do you observe, Sana? Reina, yes.
Fungus. Kind of No,
Yeah.
not kind of one kind of layer on the top.
How kind of?
Layer.
Yeah, a kind of flare at the top of that bottle, right? That's due to this fungus or yeast and all. Yeah. Then I'll give another example. What do you observe if you kept a piece of bread for 2 or 3 days in a room temperature? What do you observe, Meghna?
There will be some molds like gray color.
Yeah, a green color patches are there, right? You can observe a green color patch. That is also due to this microorganisms, the function of microorganisms in food. Right? Na? Just imagine if we eat that kind of food, because it will have a loss of flavor, there is no nutrients, a bad smell. Yeah, all these are the certain signs of food spoilage that we all know, right? So any kind of undesirable change or any kind of problem in food that affect the health of a person, clear? So it can lead to food poisoning or food intoxication and all. That we will discuss in the next chapter. What is this food poisoning? What is food intoxication and all. Okay. So I hope this much is clear for you. We discussed about food processing, food technology, then food science, development of food technology and food processing, as well as food spoilage. Clear? Then what is this mechanical damage? The improper handling of a human or improper handling of humans that leads to this mechanical damage, which means the tissues of the fruit get damaged. That is the reason for this mechanical issue or mechanical damage. Clear? Yeah? So if you want, just write these are the 4 reasons for food spoilage. First one, that is mechanical damage. First one, mechanical damage, that is due to physical improper handling or physical, we can also include this under the physical damage, that is mechanical damage. Physical damage of a fruit or a physical damage.
Ma'am,
Yes,
can I ask one doubt?
yes, of course.
Ma'am, in canned food, no, after the manufacturing, the expiry date, this can get real puffed. This puff, the can will get spoiled. No, it's a mechanical damage or
So it's not due to mechanical damage. It can be due to mechanical damage, but the main reason that is microbiological problems or microorganisms. That is the reason. Or the improper bottle, that is also a reason. It can be also due to physical damage. It can be due to microbiological growth in that food because it is after the date, right? Yeah, that's the reason. Is it clear, Reena?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then, what are the common methods that we use to preserve food?
Drying,
Reena?
drying,
Yeah, drying,
cooling,
drying,
cooling, cooling.
just a minute. Am I audible now? Am I audible? No, right.
Yeah, no, its voice is a bit low.
Yes. Yeah. Drying, that's one method. Then
Cooling,
cooling. Sana, any other? Only Reina is responding in today's class.
Freezing.
Freezing, right?
Uh,
Then
Pickling.
pickling,
Salting.
salting. Fine. Meghna. Anything else?
Boiling.
Boiling, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then
Sweetening.
yeah.
Sweet.
Seasoning. Yeah, good.
Salting.
Anything else?
Cooking and freezing.
Okay. So let's discuss one by one. These are the certain common methods or the traditional methods we used. Okay. So first one, that is drying or dehydration. Drying or dehydration method. What do you mean by that? Because in this method, we just keep a food under the sun. So all the moisture from the food is lost, right? That leads to yes. Am I audible, Sana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first method, that is drying or dehydration. This is a method we use to prevent the germs or the growth of germs in the food. So we usually dry under the sun. Yeah. So due to this, all the moisture is lost from that food. That help that food to prevent the food spoilage. Yeah. That's it. Then we learned about cooling as well as freezing. This is a common method we all use, right? In all our home, we use this method. We just put all the fruits and vegetables in refrigerator, fridge, freezer and all, right? So what happened to that food? What will happen to that food?
This
Temperature
frozen
is
thing,
different, right? The temperature is different. Yeah, Reina.
the food will cover with that ice kind of thing. It's kind of very protection to
Okay.
not never get spoiled.
So we can easily store for few weeks, right? Under this. Yeah. Then we learned about boiling. That's another method. But we can't store food for a long period of time or 1 or 2 days by this method boiling. Yeah. Milk is milk. All our foods that we boil before we eat, right? The cooking, that is a part of boiling. Yeah. Milk, water, everything. All the curries we used. Hmm? Then we learned about canned foods that we already discussed. Then salting and sweetening. It is also a common traditional method we use, salting or sweetening. So in salting, we apply more salt to that food. So the moisture is absorbed. That is the character of salt. That's why we apply that. Then that helps to prevent the germs or the growth of germs in that particular food. Clear? Then we learned about sweetening. What is sweetening? Excess amount of sugar is added to that food to prevent growth or to prevent the food spoilage. Clear? So drying, canning, sweetening, salting, dehydration, then cooling, freezing, all these are the common methods we use to prevent food spoilage, or these are the common methods for food preservation. Yeah? What is the importance of this food preservation? To improve the shelf life as well as to save time, energy. Yeah. All the significance of food processing, that is just the significance of food preservation also. Clear? Yeah. Sana, can you read these reasons? Just write all these points in your note. Okay. This is very important. Yeah.
Make them safe to eat.
Yeah.
Save time and energy in the home.
Good.
Create new food products for healthier food options.
Yes.
Vary the diet. Increase shelf life. Ensure wide choice all year around.
Which
Allow for
of
fortification.
season? Yeah. Then allow for fortification, which means extra nutrients are included. We include certain kind of other nutrients to that food. Yeah, milk is fortified with vitamin D. That's a part of fortification. Yeah, it's a very important term. Okay, fortification. What is this?
Perishability.
Yeah. As the meaning, any idea? Hmm?
Like the death. Perishing means death, right?
It means the shelf life.
Decay.
Shelf life. That is the meaning. Perishable. Okay. It means shelf life of the food. Perishability. So we are going to classify the foods on the basis of this perishability. We have perishable foods, non-perishable foods, semi-perishable foods and all. Okay, so now we are going to discuss which are the perishable foods, which are the non-perishable foods and which are the semi-perishable foods. Okay, so this perishability means the shelf life of a particular product. If we take bread, what is the shelf life of that bread? Consider this bread as a food product. What is the shelf life of that bread? You're going to store that bread in a room temperature. Okay. What is the shelf life? Any idea? Maybe a, yeah, Meghna? Hmm? No idea. So please find out. Okay. What is the shelf life of a bread? Just buy a pack of bread, then keep it under the room temperature for 1, 2, or 1 weeks. Just find out what is the shelf life of a bread.
It
Okay?
may get spoiled after a week
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. 1 week. You can store, maybe 1 week. Okay. So just buy and observe the changes of a bread. Clear? That's an activity for you. I'll give a homework. Is that okay? Today we will start your practical sessions. The third hour we will do practicals. Yeah. I think it's from 3:50 onwards, right? I'm not sure. The third period we will do the practicals. So list the food that are preserved in your home and identify the methods used. That is a homework for you. Okay. List the foods that are preserved in your home and identify the methods used. List the food items that are preserved in your home and identify the methods used. Yeah, that's a homework for you. So let's discuss the 3 types of food on the basis of perishability. Food perishability. Okay. So we can classify the food items into 3 groups. First one, that is perishable foods. Perishable foods. The word meaning perishable, that means a shelf life of that particular food. Second one, semi-perishable foods. First is perishable food. Second one, semi-perishable food. Third one, that is non-perishable foods. So on the basis of perishability, we can classify the food items into 3 groups. There are 3 classifications. One is perishable food, another is semi-perishable food, and non-perishable foods. This is only based on the shelf life of that food. Okay. We already classified the food on the basis of nutrients, right? Just like as that, here we are classifying the food on the basis of particular character of a food, that is shelf life. Shelf life, perishable foods. Okay. So, what is perishable food?
Spoils within days.
Yeah. These are the food items that easily spoil within 1 or 2 days. Yeah, that is perishable foods. Perishable foods means a food items that easily spoiled by 1 or 2 days. We will write after this. Okay. So that is perishable foods. Can you give any few examples? One example from everyone. Yeah. China, start.
Yogurt,
Is that right, Meghna?
No.
Find out, Sana. Okay? Just check what is the perishability of shelf life of a yogurt. Okay? Yeah. Raina, any other food items that spoil within 1 day? What are the foods? The class is till 9:20, right? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Try. Any one food item that spoil easily.
Dairy products.
Raina?
Like if we don't store in a proper manner, they may get spoiled. Dairy products.
Just list the foods. I'll give a
Milk,
clue. Yeah,
milk,
good. Milk. Yeah, that spoil easily. And all the cooked foods, our curries, yeah, that also is easily spoiled within 1 day, right? If you are storing in a room temperature, all that food is gonna change its complete characteristics, right? Its color, smell, nutrition, everything. So that kind of food is called as perishable foods. The foods that easily spoil within 1 day or 1 or 2 days. Clear? So what is semi-perishable? Guess, Sana. Semi-perishable foods. Yeah. Yes. Try it. Try it, dear.
for 10 or 20,
Sana?
for 10 or 20
10 or 20?
days, they won't be spoiling.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's right. So the semi-perishable foods means the food items that remain same without any spoilage for 1 or 2 weeks. 1 or 2 weeks. So Sana, your guessing is good. Yeah. Okay. So 1 or 2 weeks, the food that remain still or remain same, that food items we call as a semi-perishable foods. Clear? So perishable food means the food items that easily spoil within 1 day or a 2 day. Semi-perishable means food items that remain same for 1 or 2 weeks. After that, it starts spoiling. Okay. Clear? That is semi-perishable foods. Yeah, list few examples of semi-perishable foods.
biscuits,
Biscuit. Yeah. Yes. Then
Bread.
bread. That's nice. Nice move. Yeah. Then Sana. Just consider your kitchen or just imagine your kitchen and tell me.
Rusk,
Rusk. Then other than this, all the fruits. Huh? Apple, banana, mango. Almost everything have a shelf life with 1 week, right? Hmm? Is that right? Do you agree with me, Sana?
but some fruits don't spoil at
Which
one or
one,
two
Raina?
weeks. Some fruits does not spoil within days.
Some fruits like that. That commonly the normal fruits spoil after 1 week, right? If you keep outside, not in freezer or in fridge and all, just in the room temperature. Yeah. Then the last one, that is non-perishable foods. So what is non-perishable? Reina, you guess. Non-perishable foods. So perishable within 1 day Semi-perishable, that remains same for 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah, last one. Perishable, non-perishable foods.
Canned food.
Canned food.
Canned food.
What is that? Non-perishable foods. What do you mean by that?
It won't get spoiled easily.
Not spoiled. Is that
Not
any time?
like after 1 month or 2 months. Like
These
don't
are the
know.
food items that remain same for 1 year. That is non-perishable foods. The food items that remain same for 1 year. Yeah, yes. Okay? Non-perishable foods. That's the last one under the category of perishability. So non-perishable food means food items that remain same for 1 year. Clear? Yeah? So please write. So we can classify the perishable foods. Try to learn within the class. Okay. It's my humble request. So this food perishability, the first one that is perishable foods, second semi-perishable food and non-perishable food. Clear? So perishable food means these are the food items that easily spoils within a couple of days, 1 or 2 days. These food items change its color. Yeah? That kind of food items is called as perishable foods like milk, egg, meat, fish and all. That is perishable foods. Next category, that is semi-perishable food. So these are the food items that stay good for a week to few months. Okay. Like onions, potatoes, then apples, frozen foods and all. Rest we will discuss in the next class. Okay. It's already time. Huh? Sana? Okay. So thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.